19 of 20 world leaders just pledged to fight climate change. Trump was the lone holdout.
Here's a summary of the article.
It is telling that on two of the most contentious topics at the Buenos Aires Group of 20 meeting, the United States eventually joined 19 other world leaders on trade, but when it comes to climate change, President Donald Trump remained firmly alone in his belief that it is a hoax. 2 days of difficult negotiations at the G20 came to a close on Saturday with a non-binding 6-page statement that attempts to defuse the brewing trade war between the United States and China, by committing, vaguely, to reforming the World Trade Organization. While the communiqué affirms support for the Paris Climate Change Agreement on the eve of the next round of climate talks in Poland, it includes a separate section for the U.S. The United States reiterates its decision to withdraw from the Paris Agreement, and affirms its strong commitment to economic growth and energy access and security, utilizing all energy sources and technologies, while protecting the environment. Trump, of course, pledged in June 2016 to withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord, and the United States will officially stand alone in the world in rejecting climate action when Trump can fulfill that promise formally in 2020. In the meantime, the country remains a part of the UN climate negotiations, though now more often playing the spoiler role in talks. The rest of the text, agreed upon by the 19 countries, recognizes that the Paris Agreement is irreversible and commit to its full implementation, reflecting common but differentiated responsibilities and respective capabilities, in light of different national circumstances. We will continue to tackle climate change, while promoting sustainable development and economic growth. Trump's reason for rejecting the overwhelming evidence for climate change has been to cite his natural instinct for science.
This post received a score of 115,857, with an upvote ratio of 80%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
You didn't even need to put his name in the title. Literally everyone would have known it was him.
To be fair, it could have been Australia's Prime Minister, Scott Morrison. Sadly, they do everything they can to stop anything being done about climate change.
Well, they know Australia gets real cool when Mad Max shit starts happening.
Build your buggy, we are going to Gas Town. Regulatory capture, game theory, the race to the bottom, and the tragedy of the commons, the perfect storm of ineffectual bureaucrats sailing the Andrea.
Are idiots fighting things?
Laughs. Devolves into sobbing.
Dissolves into solvent. Edit. Holy gold. Thank you so much.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the precipitate.
What about the heat given off by the reaction? Can I be that?
I'll take this one. Sure, you're hot.
Even Putin and the Saudi prince did it.
And Xi Jinping.
You can be sure he did it not out of the love of conservation, but because actually fixing the environment in China is crucial in stopping the growing discontent Chinese citizens are showing towards their environment, especially as the middle class there grows. If he doesn't placate the masses, it'll eventually lead to another revolt.
Also, it is beneficial to the economy. I'm not convinced Chairman Xi really worries about a revolt. Edit. This is false. As our friend from Hong Kong and hundreds of others pointed out, he is very worried. However, it is still beneficial to the economy to switch to renewable energy.
If Xi is as good at being an autocrat dictator as he seems, then I'm sure he's worrying about revolts. If you're trying to rule absolutely, you've got to worry about things that can take you down from inside the country even more than things that can take you down from outside the country. Xi, all politics aside, comes across as a very smart dude that knows how to think things through. He knows what kind of shit he can and can't pull, and to stay in power you have to appease the populace every once in a while.
He also has over 1 billion people to worry about, many spread over a massive rural area and hard to contain if any revolutionary movement started gaining traction. He really doesn't want it to be able to get to that point again after Tiananmen.
Exactly. The way he's been behaving in the public eye makes me think he has Machiavelli's The Prince on his nightstand.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a leader that makes you think he has any book on his nightstand?
There was the story about Trump having Mein Kampf on his nightstand, if that makes you feel any better. Edit. Hitler's speeches, not Mein Kampf.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.